All right. Good morning, everybody. This is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers. And today is Monday, the 18th. This is our daily eCom planning session where we talk about all the things that we can do to help to get more productive, more consistent, more focused, more organized, manage our time better in our ecom business so that we can reach that $1 million ecom planner status that we are all reaching for. So, with that being said, today is organization. We actually went over this article before. I couldn't find another article fast enough, so I just said, okay, we're going to go over this one again. I apologize for yawning because it was a long day yesterday and it was a long night, and it's part of our daily journey. So you can follow us. We are live on Clubhouse. We are also live in the e-commerce planning Facebook group. So you can go to Facebook and look up e-commerce planning. I'm broadcasting live in there. You can also download the daily e-com planner checklist so that you know what you need to be focusing on in your e-commerce business every single day. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. So today's topic and focus is organization. So what are the ways in which we can get organized in our e-commerce business so that way we can be more productive and reach that $1 million seller status? So the first one is they're talking about, now this one, again, this article is coming to us from Indeed. So aspects of it have to do with employee status, but we are entrepreneurs, so it doesn't always apply to us. So some of the things that we can do to improve our organization or how to organize the schedule. Um, so the first thing is we're going to start with let's see, behavior to prevent disorganized. No, I don't want this article. Okay, there we go. So if we get organized in our business, with organization comes many different things. One of them comes increased productivity. We definitely want to be more organized. If we're more organized, then we'll definitely be more productive. And if we are more productive, then we can make more money. So things that you can do to reduce, if you're not that organized, the things that you need to start doing is one, get the planner. You can grab the My Ecom Planner at www.myecomplanner.com. That's going to help you with organization, that for sure. Number two, you can set a daily schedule. We've talked about that over and over again. That's going to help you increase your productivity and increase your focus for the day, for the week, for the month, and help you reach that $1 million seller status. Number three, you can declutter your environment. Wherever you're working in your e-commerce business or however you're structured, make sure you have a dedicated work area and make sure that you go through and take the opportunity to reorganize it, restructure it, because decluttering it will actually help you with your focus and also help you to be more organized. You don't need to be spending hours hunting for something that someone bought from you if you're a person that's shipping directly. If you're not shipping directly and you're using a process like if you're drop shipping or you have an order fulfillment account with like Deliver or whoever you do, like you need to be able to follow up on things. And if you don't know what you ship to them, when, and what you have over there, then you're going to have some problems with trying to figure out where you stand in your e-commerce business. So you need to get more organized in that business. And one of the ways is, again, if you declutter, you'll be able to find things. Maybe if you've got a notebook that you're keeping track of everything in. I don't know what your process is, but make sure that you're keeping track of where things go. Also, decluttering your workspace is also going to help you to be able to focus better, and it's going to reduce your stress level. One of the things that happens is when you are stressed, you're not able to get as much stuff done. And so, with this today being the deadline for filing your taxes, like today can be a highly stressful day for you because you're trying to figure out where everything is and how to pull stuff together. So, your ability to even make any progress in your business today might be limited because of the fact that you're stressed out. So do what you can to be a little more organized, a little more focused, a little more structured in your e-commerce business. Then another thing that you can do, and I'm trying to see if there are any use calendars, okay, and use to-do lists that will help you to be more organized in your business, help you to be, we talk about the ecom planner, so definitely use that. But daily to-do lists, checking things off so that you feel like you can accomplish something in your business, those are helpful. Also, setting reminders. If you have something that is coming up, setting a reminder will help you with that. So if you have a meeting with your VAs, it shouldn't be a surprise to you. So as you guys know, I have alarms that go off on my phones so that way I know I have a meeting coming up, especially if I get sucked into the vortex of dealing with my kids. So the kids are out of school. They're out of school Friday. They're out of school today. And so I don't need to be caught off guard when I'm supposed to be meeting with my VAs. Setting that alarm reminds me, okay, I've got a meeting coming up. I can pull out the agenda and the things that we're going to talk about with that VA so we can follow up with that. Um, then investing in tools or apps to help you to stay organized. So I use like the Google Calendar as well to help me structure my day as far as organization is concerned. So all of these things are going to be beneficial to you to help you to stay more organized, more focused in your e-commerce business and to feel like you're like, okay, I am working through and getting more things done. Over time, with consistency, you'll get more things done, which will help you to reach that $1 million e-commerce seller status. And that is ultimately what we're reaching for. So this article again came to us from Indeed, and some of it has to do with uh, coworkers and things like that, and it may not be helpful for you, but there are aspects of this article that could help you on your e-commerce journey. So with that being said, let's go through. You can check out the article again on Indeed. We're going to go ahead and step through our daily ecom planning checklist. If you don't have the ecom planner, you can go to www.myecomplanner.com, grab it, and you can go through there. If you want to download the daily ecom checklist, you can go directly into the e-commerce planning Facebook group and download the document there. So, and then if you need to schedule a coaching call with me, I am more than happy to help you to get organized in your e-commerce business so you do reach that $1 million seller status. And I'm stepping over my tongue this morning. So let's go ahead and let's step through this daily activities checklist. So the first thing that we do is we actually plan for today. Today is Monday. So we plan for Monday, Sunday night. I encourage you, if you're not already doing this, that you set aside at a minimum 5 minutes every evening before you go to bed to set your intention for the next day, to get more organized in your e-commerce business and in your day. Because sometimes with that organization in your e-commerce business, it's going to spill over into the rest of your life. If you feel like sometimes your personal life is a little chaotic, then that organization and structure that you're bringing to your e-commerce business is going to help you in your personal life as well. So with that 5 minute prep, this is what we're doing. So if it takes you 15 minutes, that's fine. But if you can spend it at a minimum 5 minutes, we're going to go through and we're going to assess how did Sunday go. And for that matter, we can assess how did Saturday and Sunday go because we don't meet on those days. We actually meet on Saturday mornings to do our weekly planning session, but we don't do the daily sessions on Saturday or Sunday. So we're going to assess how did the day go. Did we get the things done that we wanted to get done in our business? We're going to go through our daily schedule or our daily checklist and go through that process of seeing what got done, what didn't get done. So if you've got like 20 things on your agenda and you only got 8 done, we're going to celebrate that success because that's 8 more things that you don't have to deal with today or that you made progress on. And those remaining things that we didn't get done, those 12, okay, we're going to give ourselves some grace and mercy. We're going to reevaluate those to see if those were either realistic goals, because if they weren't realistic, then that way we'll know that for the future, and that'll help us build a better Saturday and Sunday schedule in the future. So in any case, we're going to go through what we got done, what we didn't get done, what needs to be moved to today, Monday, and maybe what needs to be moved to next week. Number 2 on that list is we're going to update our daily tracking stats. How many listings did we create? How many listings did we rework? What were our sales for the day? What were our profits for the day? How many hours did we actually work in our business? What was our mileage? What were our profits? How many ads did we create? Like, we're going to go through and we're going to write down our stats for the day. Keeping track of our stats every single day is going to help us in our e-commerce business, because if you don't know where you are, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what's happening, then you won't know whether or not you're profitable or whether or not you're making progress in your e-commerce business. So you should be tracking your stats every single day in your e-commerce business, or at least reviewing your business, at a minimum reviewing where you are. The next thing is that we're going to go through our online personal calendars, whether it's a Gmail account, whether it's an iCloud calendar, whether it is a I don't know if you use Bing or Yahoo calendars, or if you've got a work calendar with your job. We want to make sure we know what's happening on Monday. We do not want to be surprised about Monday. Oh, I had a doctor's appointment, a dentist appointment, whatever. I was supposed to contact that supplier, whatever it happens to be. We're not going to be surprised by that kind of stuff. So if you have an online calendar, we're going to make sure we're aware of what's happening on Monday, so that way we increase our awareness of what we need to focus on for Monday. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to break out that schedule for Monday. We're doing this Sunday night before we go to bed. We're going to go through, we're either going to write the schedule if we didn't already write it. Hopefully we did, because if we went through the weekly planning session, and I do encourage you and invite you to join us every Saturday morning to do the weekly planning session. But if you didn't write out your weekly planning session, then or participate in it, then you need to go ahead and write out your schedule for Monday. We're going to make sure we account for everything that's happening in our life, all of those things that are personal and all of those things that are business. I am a proponent and advocate of making sure that you realize that you don't just run your business in a silo. So creating a schedule where you just focus 100% on your schedule for the day for your business, that's where you have those disruptions, those interruptions, because you're not accounting for those personal things that come up. And then you're not as productive as you could be in your e-commerce business. I also believe that if you don't figure out how to merge together as an entrepreneur, your personal life and your business life in such a way that you can make sure that all your personal stuff is taken care of so that you can focus 100% on your business, then you'll always have a reason to quit. You'll always figure out why you don't want to do this e-commerce thing, or you'll be attracted to the next shiny object that comes along, and you'll be like, okay, well, this e-commerce thing doesn't work, and I'm just going to go ahead and do this other thing. So once you figure out how to create a schedule that allows you for focused, dedicated time in your e-commerce business and the exact things you're going to do in your business, along with your personal life, because again, you don't just wake up every morning and work 100% in your business. That's not how your day goes. That's not how your life goes. There are other things that happen. Maybe you get calls from your mom and you've got to go check on her. I know that a lot of entrepreneurs that take care of their aging parents. Maybe you have kids, and so you've got to deal with that. Maybe you're running another business. Maybe you have a brick and mortar. So maybe you have your own personal online e-commerce business plus a physical business. So there are things that are happening in your life. And in order for you to help get your increase your productivity, to get more focus, to manage the time, you've got to make sure you account for the personal things and the professional things that are happening in your life from your business standpoint. So if you're a person that you find getting up in the morning and making time for meditation with your morning routine, drinking that coffee, reading your Bible, doing some exercise, whatever works for you, incorporate that into your schedule, especially if you feel like you've been procrastinating in your life, especially if you feel like, okay, I'm not getting as much done as I could because I'm always procrastinating. Okay. So let's do those things to help us to be more organized. And that means incorporating the other aspects of our life. So you can download this document, kind of outline some of the things that I think are the big categories for controlling or managing other aspects of our life. Then the next thing on our agenda is, once we've gone through and we built our schedule for Monday, then we are going to go ahead and go to bed. Like, okay, we've read that, we've written the schedule, we've read the schedule. Now it's in our brain. Our subconscious mind is going to do the work while we're asleep. It's going to focus on the schedule for today. And some other things may pop up as we sleep and we wake up in the morning. We're like, oh, I'm supposed to do this today. So we are now into Monday. We get up and we're going to go through whatever your normal traditional morning routine is. If it's to get the coffee, if it's to get the kids out of the bed, hold on, that's my alarm going off. If it's to get the kids out of the bed, then let's get the kids out of the bed or whatever we got to do. So as we get up and we do our morning routine, our brief morning routine, we're incorporating another 15 minutes or 5 minutes into the day to prepare for today in our e-commerce business. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to review yesterday's schedule, because our goal is always to learn from the day before, to take the opportunity to create better schedules the next day. Okay. So in order to do that, we got to reassess, how did we actually do Sunday? How did we actually do Saturday? Why do we reassess it? because again, we need to be able to build a better schedule in the future. Maybe we built an overly aggressive schedule. Maybe we built a schedule that was really kind of weak and flimsy. And so we're really not accounting for our time very much. So again, we're working to become more aware of what we're spending our time on, where we're investing our time, because we're on the road to $1 million seller. We can't be wasting time doing stuff, binge watching movies, and we don't account for that time. Like, okay, I wasted 5 hours yesterday. That's 5 hours that I could have been more productive in my business. So let me just make a note of that. So we're going to reassess. Plus, when you go to sleep and you wake up, you kind of reset. So your brain resets, you refresh, and you go, oh, yeah, I forgot about those 2 hours I spent doing whatever. So we're reassessing the schedule that we executed yesterday to see if there's anything that we missed. Did we have any holes? And again, we're being our own personal time cop so that we can eliminate the procrastination in our life. The next thing is we're going to review this week's priorities and this week's habits that we're focused on. So, what are the priorities in your business? And what are the habits that you're working to build in your business? And also, what are the priorities and habits in your personal life? I will tell you your weekly priorities list, 90% of the time, is probably going to be a lot of business stuff. But the reality is you have to make sure that you're incorporating your personal life. So I'll give you the example of last week. I'm the vice president of a nonprofit, and I also have two special needs kids. So I'm going through meeting with the school around IEPs, which is the individual education plans for my kids. So last week, my weekly priorities were really my kids. And I only had like one thing on my priority list, maybe two, that were business related. So last week was more personal than it was business. But again, that's where you have those hiccups in your life where you're going, oh, okay, like this e-commerce thing is taking up too much of my time, or I'm really not getting that much in sales, or I'm really not, whatever it happens to be. That's when the excuses creep in. That's when the distractions start. And that's when you're not able to make as much progress as you'd like to on your road to $1 million seller. So let's make sure that we're aware of what the priorities are and the habits that we're tracking for this week. You're going to track all of that in your e-commerce planner. In addition to that, we want to increase our awareness of everything we need to focus on. This is the third full week in April. So what are the things that you said you needed to get done in your e-commerce business the third full week of April? Because again, if you participate in the monthly planning sessions, you'll know what I mean when I say you got the first full week of the month, second full week of the month, third and fourth full week of the month. What are the things that you're focusing on to continue to incrementally move the needle in your business and to get to those goal numbers that you're shooting for? So make sure that you're aware of the priorities and focus on those, because we may have to incorporate those priorities, one or two of those, into today's schedule. The other thing is we're going to eyeball or check the monthly checklist or the monthly goals, so that, again, this is the third full week in April. So if we had a goals list of these are the things we want to accomplish in April, and we don't have it halfway completed at this point, then we got some catching up to do. That may mean that we make some adjustments to today's schedule because of the fact that we need to make sure we're making progress in our e-commerce business. So look at that monthly plan for your business and what were the goals that you established? What were the income producing goals that you established, the marketing goals, the administrative or operations or your VA goals? What were all the goals that you established for the month of April? You should be checking some stuff off. And if you're not, you got a lot of catching up to do this week. And then the next thing that we're doing this morning in our checklist, because again, we're eyeballing the other stuff. Now we're getting ready to pull out our schedule for Monday. Let's go through that Monday schedule. Let's look at it. Maybe we tweak some things because of the things that we looked at on our monthly plan. Maybe we tweak some things based on the things that we have for our weekly schedule. So let's go through and incorporate anything that we missed in our planning last night. And then as we are going through and reviewing today's schedule, the reason we're reviewing is because we're passing it off from the from the subconscious mind to the conscious mind to say, hey, we're handing off the activities that we need to do for the day. This is what we need to do. This is where we need to focus on. So we're going to hand those off to the conscious mind and say, okay, you get the baton, you get to run with the schedule. Because remember, your subconscious mind's been thinking about your schedule all night while you were asleep. And as we go through the schedule, we're going to read it, write it, speak it. We're going to potentially rewrite the schedule. We're going to read it out loud to ourselves, read it to ourselves, and then read it out loud. so that that way we can activate and know what we need to focus on whenever we get distracted throughout the day. It'll bring us back to center. And this is what we're focused on for the day. And then we're going to build a preliminary schedule for tomorrow. That is another thing that we have to do. Let's build that schedule for tomorrow, what we're going to focus on, and what does that schedule look like? Because now we have increased our awareness of what our weekly plan is and our monthly plan. Now, the other thing, last but not least, is that we need to increase our awareness about disruptions that may occur in our business and in our life. So if you forgot about that dentist appointment and it's today, that's going to disrupt your schedule for the day. So we need to account for that time. Or maybe you have one later on this week. You got to take the car in for an oil change. Maybe the roofer's coming out because there was hail damage on your house from the last rainstorm or whatever, thunderstorm. So there's things that you need to get done and you do not need to be surprised. Those things can interrupt what your routine is or for your plan for the day. So we want to increase our awareness of those things so we can make adjustments to our schedule to account for them. So go do that. In addition to that, you may have things that are bigger disruptions, like if the kids are out for a week, or the kids are, you've got to send them off to camp. Like these are things that you need to be aware of that may take up more time than you planned. So you will have to make adjustments to your schedule to accommodate those things. They are not a surprise. We're not talking about emergencies here. We are talking about things that were planned, but we didn't make adjustments to our schedule to account for them. So let's make sure that we make adjustments. And what I mean by that is if your daily agenda is to, or one of your habits that you're building is to create 10 listings a day, your ability to do that when you're maybe caring for an aging parent this week, maybe they're going in for surgery, your ability to do that is going to be extremely limited. And so the reality is maybe this week, just the exception to the rule, instead of tracking and creating 10 listings each day this week, maybe you drop it down to 1 or 3 listings each day this week. You're still consistently creating listings, so you're maintaining that habit or the routine of creating listings. You've just reduced the quantity because you have a disruption in your life or your schedule that doesn't allow you to reach the volume that you're hoping to, but you're still maintaining the habit. What you'll find is that when you are increasing your awareness of those things, it will make your life easier in the future, and it'll make you more successful as you continue to move through your schedule every day, every week, every month, and every year. So with that being said, I hope this is helpful to you. My name is Nicole Whitlock. I'm with eCom Sellers. My passion is helping people get more organized in their e-commerce business so that they can reach that $1 million eCom seller status. If you're a person that feels like you need a little more help with organization in your business, or you have a schedule and you'd like for me to take a look at it, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. You can contact me at ecomsellers.com and click on coaching, and you can schedule a 15-minute free coaching session with me. 20 minutes, sorry, not 15. In addition to that, you can connect with me on Clubhouse or on Facebook. You can also join us or grab the eCom Planner by going to www.myecomplanner.com. Download the digital planner or purchase the physical planner to help you to get more organized and to be able to track your daily productivity in your business. And if you feel like you need some support, you can join eCom Sellers Academy, and we are happy to help you on your e-commerce journey. So I hope you found this information helpful. I hope you have an amazingly blessed and highly productive day. Good luck with your taxes today. And with that, we're going to say goodbye for now. Bye, you guys.